दोस्तों वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। बस आज I am so sensitive, okay? I am so I am so sensitive. Let's play.
My ultimate's ready.
Yeah, my ultimate is ready.
My ult is ready.
Yeah, I know, bro. Your ult is ready, but I can't use your ult because of this. Not a match game, bro. ये क्या है? रुक जा. सिर्फ 5 ब्रो. That's not right, bro. क्यों इतना गंदा एम हो गया अभी मेरा? वो 3. ये क्या था बे? ओह हो, क्या हो रहा है ये? ओह क्यों इतना गंदा जा रहा है बे?
You're so dead.
Let's play the game, bro. Let's play fucking game. I am so sensitive. Okay. कॉम्पी खेलेंगे क्या? स्टार्टिंग कॉम्पी से करेंगे. स्टोर में कौन सी गन आई ये चेक करते हैं. तो देख ली थी अपने एजेंट. कौन से बाकी है अभी तक मेरे को? एक, दो, तीन, चार, पांच एजेंट वीवी खोलने के बाद। ठीक है, तो लास्ट के में हारे हैं दो। जितना बढ़ेगा वरना ब्रॉन्ज से सीधा आयन चला जाएगा। मैं आयन चला जाएगा मैं, ये गलत हो जाएगा मेरे साथ। फिर ब्रो सिल्वर से ब्रॉन्ज पे आ गया। टैक्स 69 गोल्ड पे बाइक घायल पे। एजी ब्रो एजी। सिटी ओके। मेरे को चाहिए ये वाले चले। हमारे चैंपियन चाहिए कुछ करके। ओ नाइस साउंड है इसका। वो एनिमेशन नहीं है ये डायलॉग बोलते हैं, झाड़ बना दूंगा झाड़। डुन डुन डुन। पूरा झाड़ बना दिया बे। वह ये थी अभी लास्ट गेम में मेरे एक दोस्त के पास, एलिक्स फैंटम। साउंड बहुत सेक्सी है इसका। ओ टुडुन टुडुन। एसेंट एसेंट में प्ले करूंगा यहाँ पे। आई थिंक सेज खेलूंगा या खेलूंगा मैं पहले सेज ही खेलता हूँ फर्स्ट गेम में। ये इसे ये लॉक किया, ये लॉक किया। ये एक 10 गिनती में कर देगा। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10।
ना गांड ना सीना, कैसी है हसीना।
मुंह में लेके उसने बोला मुश्किल कर दे जीना, मेरा मुश्किल कर दे जीना।
आए हाय फक भाई।
भाई तू ले ले सेज या मेरे को दे दे, क्योंकि ये हसीना तो मुझे ही चाहिए।
मेरे को तो भाई सेज ही आता है भाई, तुम देख लो। और कुछ आता ही नहीं मेरे को खेलना।
ठीक है सेज खेल तू। मेरा फर्स्ट गेम था इसलिए सेज खेलना है।
भाई लव यू भाई।
मेरा फर्स्ट गेम है, मैं सेज खेलूँ कोई बात।
अरे आपको सेज खेलना है क्या भाई?
ना कोई बात
भाई
नहीं।
कुछ ले लो भाई।
ए ट्रेन चली जाएगी। पनवेल जाना है, पनवेल जाना है, पनवेल।
अरे ट्रेन आई है, रुक गया
ट्रेन आ गया
भाई मैंने स्किन चेंज नहीं किया भाई, स्किन चेंज
तेरे स्किन चेंज के चक्कर में गेम चली गई ना।
Match found.
भाई आज सेज खेलना है मेरे को, तो सब इंस्टा लॉक कर रहे हैं बे सेज। भाई आज तक लोगों को ड्यूलिस्ट इंस्टा लॉक कर देखा मैंने, सेज पहली बार देखी। सपलिट 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 में तो सपलिट सपलिट स्प्लिट ना ना, ये लेता है रेस। दो दो इनिशिएटर नहीं मजा आएगी ना। कंट्रोलर है ना अपन, ये तो फिर तो कंट्रोलर है, कंट्रोलर। कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। डुडुन डुडुन।
लॉक कर।
बात तो सही है। पिंकी 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 डिमांड बहुत।
Are those our enemies? These won't take long.
स्किन स्किन इसको करेगा अनबाई करेंगे अपन। स्किन
There. Hola.
ये आएगा, मुंह पे आएगा, ये मुंह पे आएगा, देख। आएगा आएगा, मुंह पे आएगा। नहीं आया मादर जात।
Barrier created. Reloading. Planted.
ओ बैक साइड कर दिया, बैक साइड नियन।
Last player standing. Typical. No one beats my firepower. I got this.
ठीक है।
इसने क्या लिखा है? प्लान करते करते सब मर गए भाई, मेरे मुझ से ज़्यादा फास्ट हो गए।
Where are you? Enemy down.
अबे नियन की माँ की चूत।
For you.
बैक साइड नियन, बैक साइड है।
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Results.
चूतिया था ब्रिज।
That was worrisome, Reyna.
एकदम।
ये नियन की गांड मारूंगा।
Do not relent.
मादर चोद हर बार मादर जात पीछे से आता था भोसड़ी का।
One enemy remaining. Boom.
नियन मादर जात हर बार पीछे से आता है, इसकी गांड में गोली मारी है मैंने।
The offer stands. Take whatever life you need from me. She deserves it.
सामने नहीं आ रही है वो गेम। और द लॉर्ड
जा तू जा।
क्या
Spike down, attacker spawn.
अच्छी
Satchel out. Satchel out.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
अरे पीछे से आ गया भोसड़ी।
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Need a cross. Celebrate that.
There.
Time to work. Dropping smokes.
Cutting the rift.
Grenade!
There.
Where
आजा कुछ
Off your feet!
one side.
फाइट एंटर करो कोई नहीं
Somebody out.
पीछे क्लो आ गए।
One enemy remaining.
बैक साइड से क्लो आ रही है।
Last player standing.
भाई इसको प्लांट ही नहीं मिल रहा, इसको प्लांट ही नहीं मिल रहा।
Clutch.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Reloading. Reloading.
फेड मार दे ए पे अल्ट। नो घर ले जा भोसड़ी।
Dropping smoke. Grenade! Enemy spotted A.
हाँ ओवर बैक साइड से आ।
It's you and me.
I have the spike.
I have the spike.
There.
पॉइंट प्लान पॉइंट
Satchel out. I need healing.
Enemy B.
One enemy remaining.
You had your fun.
One enemy
My
remaining.
turn.
छोड़ दो भाई।
One downside to being immortal. Happily dead.
Reloading.
Reloading.
क्या किया बे ऐसा? अच्छा
Not bad.
There. Enemy spotted B.
Dropping smokes.
Cutting their vision.
अबे यार, सॉरी गाइस।
Target down. My ult is ready. Get it.
Back like
Out of
I
charges.
never left.
Spike carrier down.
I got the
Spike down B.
I have the spike.
अल्ट अल्ट
Last player standing.
Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Grenade. Let's keep it going.
अन्ना बे चुगती है।
Composed. Their hearts tell their own story.
Reloading. Reloading. Dropping smokes. Bomb buddy out.
से झील दे, से झील। पीछे पीछे पीछे।
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Pull out. Grenade.
That's going to leave a scar.
I reckon I'll take a kip after this. I've earned it. Reloading.
मैंने एक मार दिया था भाई।
तेरा एस एक किल से छूट गया, ये बोल ब्रो। हिल 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 हिला दे मेरा।
Reloading.
Enemy spotted. B. Reloading.
वॉल करके रेस कर दे।
Cutting their vision.
Wall raised. Your duty is not over.
Bring them
Good attempt.
Last player standing. Spike down.
मार ब्लाइंड फायर कर।
Down one. One enemy remaining.
20। ये जाते हैं।
Will hold up the sky. Reloading. Dropping smokes.
या ब्रो
Multiple enemies A. Hey! Bomb buddy out.
Off your feet!
Last player standing.
अबे मेरे को तो कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आया क्या हुआ मेरे साथ।
They're just batteries.
Reloading.
I need a recharge.
मैं बहुत पीछे में। क्या हुआ मेरे साथ, मेरे को तो घंटा खबर नहीं पड़ा।
Need a drop. Thank you. Embarrassing.
Mid, all mid.
There.
अबे पीछे वॉल कर देता।
Standing. Spike down mid. Last round before the switch.
Spend those credits before we lose them.
We win. We survive.
घुसो स्कीम मारा।
My ult's not ready.
Cutting their vision. Still inside. Never found.
Enemy spotted B.
Plant the spike. Reload. Plant the spike. There. My corazón. My ult ready. There. Enemy remaining.
एक मिनट।
Switching sides.
All be
Be at peace. Grenade! Enemy spotted B. See ya! Bomb buddy out.
मिड 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 ए पे जा रहे हैं मिड से।
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
नाइस वन। भाई रेना क्या है, कैरी कर रही है भाई।
Spike down B.
Bomb buddy out.
One enemy remaining.
Here.
Long.
Reloading. We are just too good. Time to stock back up.
तो मैं एक पे और
Reloading. Grenade! Imposter. Colorful kill.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Satchel. Who said this wouldn't be fun? I'm having a blast. We've got this.
स्मोक मत देना है पे, स्मोक मत देना। होल्ड कर रहे हो।
एक और डाल और पेज और
One enemy remaining.
I open their minds. Find the weakness. Who needs a
ये साले ए पे क्यों नहीं आ रहे, मैं बैठा हुए पे। डैमेज है 70। क्लो ए पे। चला मेरा थोड़ा ध्यान भटका, तुरंत ही आ गया मुंह पे। मेरे को रेस कर दे।
Planted. One enemy remaining.
कोई मतलब नहीं, जाने दे।
Like I never
घुसो।
bring them down. I'm back. You had your fun. My turn. Reloading.
भाई दो दो बार बदला ले लिया तुमने।
Stand tall. We are VALORANT. We are fighters. Reloading.
सच में मदर फकर टीम। मैं उसकी फीलिंग समझ सकता हूँ मैं।
Okay.
It's you and me.
Hi! I'm pissed!
All in.
My ult's ready. Here comes the party!
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
हमारे
Bring them
Flawless.
क्या रनिंग हेड मारा था लेकिन नियॉन को। नियॉन को बहुत सेक्सी हेड मारा था।
Match point.
their spirits is cracking. Now shatter it. Who needs a light?
भाई वॉल में बोलो, वॉल में टीम में बोला तू। आई लव यू ब्रो। सामने वालों को बताना है कि तू हमको कह रहा है।
page red. Going red.
Last player standing.
गलत मोमेंटम आ गया बे उनको।
Charges? Check. Brakes? Nowhere in sight. Reloading.
नो ब्रो डोंट स्पैम। एक राउंड तो है, क्यों गालियाँ खानी है।
Reloading.
मिड पे वॉल तो कर देता।
Bomb buddy out.
Off your feet.
Stealing sight.
Enemy spotted B.
Now stand.
Enemy B. Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
जी 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 जी। नाइस, बहुत सेक्सी गेम गई में। अभी नाइट खेलने आने वाला था, आई थिंक आज नाइट। लिक्विड की मैच शुरू हुई है नहीं, इसके बाद है। चालू है क्या? ना है तो TH और WL की है। नहीं अपन के तो ये देखने TL और टीम लिक्विड और MI की यार, ये देख देखिए अपन को। भाई इसमें पानी पी क्या है?
Match found.
चैट है माइट अरे माइट
Match found.
मैसेज दूंगा व्हाट ब्रो व्हाट
अरे पिछले राउंड में छूती आया था कुछ।
तो अभी नूब लिखने का मेरे को ही नूब बोल देने का ब्रो वाओ
Match found.
भाई 2 मैच डॉच हो गई है अभी तक मैड मंकी 3 ड्यूलिस्ट वाओ चौथा ब्रो कॉम्पी है वो तो मालूम है कि 3 ड्यूलिस्ट कॉम्पी खेल रहे हैं अपन
अब तो ले लिया, अब क्या हो सकता है।
अच्छा जैसी जिसकी सोच। नो प्रॉब्लम। अब उतर ही गए हैं जंग में तो लड़ लेंगे। चांद को गुरूर।
Radiant powers, there we go. I'm sure we won't break anything. Go, go, go!
Hello, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Bro, our Phoenix got AFK. Yo, why are these captains every round?
Next round remake.
B, above. Ah, Phoenix is back.
भाई बच्चों की आवाज लड़कियों जैसी क्यों होती है?
Someone's B.
Drop in a smoke.
78 feet.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
Easy. Okay, easy.
One enemy remaining.
Four and then dark.
Nice.
ओह फक ब्रो।
Nice throw, bro.
फिनिक्स को तो कोई मतलब नहीं है।
Yeah?
Go, go, go!
I'll break your apart.
Spike planted.
No peeking! Many enemies B! Have one of these!
Last player standing.
I am Steve.
Harness your emotions, Neo. Just as we trained.
Gotta go!
Why is everyone here, bro? What?
ये साला 2 राउंड से वहां था, एक भी बार नहीं आया बड़े हुए।
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
I'm out of here!
Enemy spotted A.
Nice one, bro. Nice.
One 140 kg.
Gotta go!
Last player standing.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that was so close, no? 81, bro. Point 81. Oh.
My ult is ready.
Oh, good one.
रेना साइड हो जा, मैं स्टन दे रहा हूँ.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
अरे ये तो बदमाश है भाई, हमारा नियॉन बदमाश है.
Find the weakest link and kick him in the shin. Gotta go.
हमारे नियॉन क्या? Bro, what? हमारे नियॉन?
Chait. What the fuck, bro?
Face your fear.
Spike down B.
Gotta go. Drop in a smoke.
Last player standing.
वो फ्लो स्प्रे गलत मारा बे मैंने.
We lost.
This is
आराम से करता हो जाता.
ever. Anyone else feel like that? Just me? Okay.
I'm out of here.
Nice.
Here, catch.
You should run. Spike planted.
Target down. Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Reload him.
ये हमारे फिनिक्स पे गोली मार रहा था. क्या गंदा कर रहा था, मैं बहुत गंदा कर रहा था.
We doing this or what?
Need a drop.
planted. Last player standing.
Oh,
The bot killed you.
Remember, if it's
That
hurt,
means you are a bot.
Need a drop.
Buy me, Neon, buy me. You have money. Neon, buy.
yeah, bro, I am boat.
No, you are not. You are better than me. Bro,
भाई बच्चे को बहुत सी परेशानी है।
you are no bot, bro. I am me.
ब्रो बस कर ले आप, बच्चे की क्या करेगा तू?
right here.
Spike down mid.
Refreshing. No peeking.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Drop in a smoke.
Thirty seconds left.
तुम्हारी बैग देखो तो एड़ा नहीं आती होगी.
Last player standing.
Face your fear.
Nice one, nice one.
क्या सेक्सी राउंड निकाला मैंने ये।
Reset button. So stay alive, please.
भाई उसके अल्ट में ऐसा लगता है कि जान निकल रही है अपनी।
यार
भाई ये हर बार बी क्यों जा रहे हैं?
Spike down B.
Back like I never left.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready.
Gun here.
30 seconds left.
Go, go, go. This way. Go, go, go.
Forgive me if I don't agree.
खेल रहा था नियन।
You know, I could just go with them.
रेना व्हाट्स योर एज? मालूम है मेरे को, तू उसकी वजह नहीं जा रहा। वे वॉप लेके पास कौन जाता है? लॉन्ग पे रहे। तू चौदह ओपी उसको दे के आया। ब्रो ब्रीच ए जा,
Spike planted.
ए पे जाके अल्ट मार ले। तो अंदर जा, थोड़ा अंदर जा, अंदर जा। घुस नियॉन घुस। लेफ्ट।
Last player standing.
Let's do this.
Yo, bro, I'm fine, bro. What's up? What's up? Awesome, bro.
Spike planted.
Go, go, go. Dropping smokes.
Last player standing.
अटैकिंग में गलत थी इसकी, मैंने वो डिफेंडिंग में ही सही था।
Hold it all before it's gone.
रश मत करनी है बी पे, बैक साइड से मार।
All right, muckers.
हाँ हाँ, तू है तो ये राउंड है, वरना गया नहीं।
नेक्स्ट बाय दे दे।
Face your fear.
Spike planted.
Reloading. Reloading.
I've got at least
Blinding.
Enemy spotted. A.
You should run.
Still in sight.
Reloading. Joke's over. You're dead.
One enemy remaining.
no peeking. Well, that's just bad.
Last player standing. Blood. Switching sides.
Making new friends. I'm out of here.
One enemy remaining.
Are you kidding me? Kills.
Just swapping in the fusion cells. Okay, my arms are good. We can go.
ब्रिज में यहाँ स्मोक और एक यहाँ स्मोक दूंगा, तू इधर स्टन दे।
इधर भी स्मोक करो, इधर भी स्मोक करो, इधर भी स्मोक करो।
We win. We survive.
घर जाके दूध पी जा।
Dropping smokes. Gotta go.
क्लोव भी जा, क्लोव तू भी जा।
Refreshing.
अरे पीछे से आ गया।
One enemy remaining.
मेरे पीछे से आ रहा है वो।
Spike planted. Dropping smoke.
मिड से देख लियो, मिड से।
I'm out of here. Enemy B. Nah, you're dead. Outside of this gig, immortality doesn't have as many day-to-day benefits as you think.
तू कर लेगा ना प्लांट?
इसे कह रहा है, मैं नहीं कर रहा।
तो स्पाइक दे।
I have alternative. I'm better than. No.
I don't.
ओके यू यूज
अभी
योर।
अभी रुक जा, एक मत देना, मैं फेंक करके आता हूँ अगर देखता हूँ कितना।
Enemies B.
सारे यही हैं तो।
Refreshing.
अबे तूने पहले कब वो पीक ले ली?
Spike planted. Go, go, go.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
मैं क्या हगा था मैं इसके ऊपर।
You know what we should do? Oh yeah. We should win. No prisoners.
डोंट बी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस ब्रो, कभी भी जा सकती है क्या?
One enemy remaining.
Reloading. Blinding.
I feel good. Go, go, go.
My old friend.
वो ए ब्रो, ब्रो होल्ड करके जाते हैं। नियन तू इधर आ या ब्रीच इधर आ, दोनों में से एक ही भी जाओ।
More of that winning stuff, aye.
अबे ओ दल्ले
Ah, shots. Refreshing.
स्पैम कर रहे हो?
Joke's over. You're dead.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Come on. Get me in the line of fire.
Gotta go.
वो आई थिंक अब स्पैम करेंगे हो, इसलिए थोड़ा होल्ड करके खेलना।
अबे कोई नहीं, हम देख लेंगे।
मर्द ना करते
क्या
हो।
हो गया, क्या हो गया?
इसने लिखा वो बहुत पहले रीड कर।
Back like I never left.
One enemy remaining.
Refreshing.
Prepared for hellfire.
Spike down B.
No peeking. Dropping smoke. Have one of these. I got
Cutting
the
their
spike.
vision.
मेरे को लगा नहीं था ये कर लेगा।
Match point.
Gotta go.
भाई केजे का लोल हो गया बहुत बुरा। केजे ने मेरे को मारा, मेरे हर्ट से मैंने वापस इसको मार दिया।
Go, go, go.
You should run.
Many enemies.
My ult's ready.
I'm out of here. You know. Face your fear.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
177 तो बेंचो 20
Patapim, tung 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 sahur ber patapim.
They think they're so secure.
My ult's ready.
I'll show them. I'm out of here.
बस कर जा बे, बस कर जा भाई, उम्र का तो लिहाज कर ले उसकी।
Go, go, go. Shortcut.
One enemy remaining.
Planted.
नाइफ
Gotta go.
नाइफ
Go, go, go.
एक साथ अब मार दो।
I'm out of here.
Noob neon, you are just a noob neon.
बे जानटू वो नाइफ कर रहा था। नाइस गेम प्ले ब्रो। 23 भाई, ये तो देख, एफ के तो फिर भी हम जीत गए। फक चालू हुआ क्या? किसकी है ये? हाँ लिक्विड की है ना।
आपके बच्चे को अमेरिका में पढ़ने के
हाँ लिक्विड की शुरू हो गई है बे। यार यार किट है।
Time this year, he is never getting spray kills. Always tapping players down. But Team Liquid on this round, they're going to have some quality ultimates to potentially play for the retake with that Hunter's Fury. Reckoning being one orb away. MIBR are so good at slamming this A site. Their executes are world class, as good as it gets. Anchoring is an absolute nightmare. Team Liquid could certainly just want to get out and
Net swiper, nice, nice, nice.
Then get back in with this, Hunter's Fury, disrupt the plant.
Aspas has an encounter with Penny earlier there. The latter sort of respects it, ducks out of the range of those knives, and Shannon has already managed to get so far forward. And bear in mind, not a killjoy set up for Liquid, so they can't just stick a turret here and watch for this push-up kitchen. This could be a problem for the defenders.
Shannon has got into a great position, and MIBR are going to peel away from that A side, given that he's all the way up here, but Nats, oh, he
भाई आसपास वर्सेस नेट ये देखने की तो क्या ही मजा है वे। मैच मिस नहीं कर सकते अपन।
double work through, timing just a bit off.
Spotted out. This hasn't really dissuaded MIBR from drifting over in the B direction to play behind his Viper wall.
Team Liquid, however, they are aware the wall is going to come up. Recon clears out back yellow, so Aspas knows he's safe to move forward. High tide there, rather, is going to cut things off. Hunter's Fury disrupting.
Counter and Chu definitely brewing. Without the Viper, of course, MIBR can still make use of the harbor wall to get in here. Kiko is down. Nats fighting in the side. Glancing
What the
back
fuck?
to the blade,
What?
still wants to challenge Aspas and rips him a new one. Hunter's a little on the lower side as Penny's been able to pluck Verno out of formation. So MIBR down to the youngsters. That's Cortezia. 1 versus 4. Panatek spotted playing out in the open. Penny has the space in the swing off of it. And TL, keep this one at a simmer. Early encounter over at A. With the play up mid,
भाई टीम
MIBR
लिक्विड
doesn't
जीत
play off.
गई।
There's just such insane
भाई
game sense there
एक
for
प्लेयर
Nats to
के
go
आने से
hunting.
क्या ही।
Yeah, that's well done by him to get this opening, and then they use the
भाई
Hunter's Fury
आसपास अगर आज
exactly
प्राइम पे चला गया ना
as
उसके
using it on this map.
लगा देगा
The
इनके।
spike is going down. The players have already been rotating towards B. Gives opportunity to find kills. And Cortesia at the end can only isolate one, has to swing into a high low while the spike is being diffused. MIBR, obviously at this point though, their economy is so strong, winning a number of near flawless rounds in a row before that prior. And now lockdown plus a reckoning to try and keep this momentum going. Break the Team Liquid economy. Verno one tag.
And a tech in danger. Verno converts it. That had to be a
Oh,
rendezvous
एक
there
kill
from
लिया
Camo
है
up
इसने.
to Rafter. He's able to avoid that third shot of damage, but now the reckoning
Show
comes
को
in
मारा.
because Artisan's had them rolling, and that's forced TL
यानी
outside.
पट्टी टिके.
This site
क्या नाम
should
है?
be taken
पार्टी
for free. This fight
टेक है.
should be going down for free, and then they have the lockdown after the
अंदर
back counter
टेक
reckoning.
है.
Team
अंदर
Liquid, they
देख
want to go
है.
in
अंदर
fast at the
लेक है.
moment, but they're denied by that molly temporarily.
Now respect it.
As
Now
I'm
they
coming
through
to
Rafters. MIBR have the hot foot. They've got to
5
keep
minute
moving. Asbusters can't
drink
connect
water.
the shots. Artisan on 410 now. Nats will show himself in theory. Just in time, Artisan can connect. Verno and Shedham now. Have to lock it down. Camo low in the back corner. And it's on Verno. Newest addition to MIBR. Keiko got it to half. One bullet in the chamber. It's not enough. Keiko able to finish him off. Complete the defuse, and that's 2 in a row for TL.
That looked damn close, that one bullet tap. Barely for TL. I like the haste that they were able to get back into the site with the Reckoning. Again, using it at the right time, these ultimates to flood and disrupt, rather than trying to anchor against the tsunami of utility that MIBR are going to throw at you. Unfortunately, I believe Cortesia just got entrenched pretty deep in the site there. There was a multi-kill from Camo off that drop down, so there wasn't a real opportunity to get the lockdown in on the post plant.
But the retakes look interesting for TL because they don't have flashes in this comp. The Reckoning is a great way to get in, unsettle the team currently holding the site, but after that you've got a contact.
Yeah, and they're basically going to have to hope that the cascades coming out from their harbor will cover up the angles. That'll allow them to get out without having to flash through. MIBR, 5-stack today again. They just love hitting this site, and why not? They are very good at it, and they've got the lockdown to free things up. What a shot from Kiko. Able to drop off, get man advantage to play for retake again.
And MIBR, well, they've got the lockdown in, that's fine. Once more, TL respect it. Looking to retake now with a player advantage. Flashes or no, they're going to be favored.
Pretty unique plant spot from Artzin. Doesn't actually have to use the code for any level of safety. Cascade to assist Shenham, who's playing so far forward.
It's covered off the push into screens. Here comes a Viper's Pit from the back of the site, in theory to give TL a way in.
What's going on?
Camo dead to rights. Oh, Shenham.
What's going on?
Able to find him, and Kiko now needs to find a time to get out of this pit, but it has been rough. You can
Nets
see
के
TL
मुंह पे है
don't
वो.
necessarily have the tools to break in now without the reckoning.
MIBR desperately needed this Shenham. He couldn't get anything started against Gen G. Was not able to win out duels, but here
Ult है
in
उसका.
that pressed up position.
इससे मतलब नेट ने अल्ट मारा था
by
ये.
additional utility from his harbor IGL.
वो भी नहीं निकाल पा रहे.
Capitalizes. That's just a great multi-kill. You have Cortesia aware of that flank. Had a beat on pay right there. Catches him out with a lovely headshot too. This is the rookies of MIBR hitting mechanically. We knew they could. Were they going to under the pressure of the bright lights? And so far they're stepping up.
Whatever's happened in the last couple of days has allowed MIBR to be more themselves here. TL, a Viper's Pit to try and get into that A side.
लेकिन यूटिल तो तुमको इस स्पॉट में देखने मिल रहा है. यूटिल
Already they're looking to stack this B side. They've been knocked down to just a hero rifle for Kiko. Cascade up to give MIBR a little bit of a base of
और ये आइस
operations
बॉक्स
on
में
the
तो
B side, but they're not.
जगह ही इतनी छोटी होती है बे.
Liquid have got 4 players here.
और ये बी साइड तो मेरे को छोटी लगती है, बहुत छोटी लगती है.
Down mid. MIBR, they are pretty straightforward.
ये साइड तो तुम बीच में से तो गापची मार ही नहीं पाओ. हमने नहीं जाना. हाँ लिया.
This is exactly what MIBR wanted.
भाई क्या करेगा यार.
Reckoning for Kiko. No plant yet. 48 seconds in the round. Their pin's going to drop down and get the better of Verno. Kiko. It's good. Shenham dealt with. Cortesia can't hold. And a MasterCard thrifty here for TL. Behind that
Reckoning. बना दिया चार्ड.
Really dictated this game so far.
That is flattening for MIBR. Kiko is turning up right now. Such a small angle. I love this from MIBR. Look at this proactivity, the swinging together. But it's ZL players, specifically Kiko, even there.
क्या मारा है?
Wrapping around side, catches Shenham.
That hero rifle in
मैं
Kiko's
देखता हूँ भाई
hands.
सीट में बैठने की इच्छा होती है
in
मेरे
midair,
को।
chopping down from Crows. That's pretty nice too.
Commitment from TL to fully stack investment into the operator for Penny, one of the OG great offers of the NA Valorant scene.
Verno plays off of that dart yet again. Another Hunter's Fury deals with the
अरे
harbor.
हर बार एक किल ले रहा है।
Still util now. Taken off the table
हाँ
for
इस बार
Liquid.
इसने लिया।
MIBR have one rookie that has had no fear, even against Genji. It has been Verno. He is stepping up at the moment. These Hunter's Furies have been absolutely lethal, and it's allowing MIBR to slow the game down with that early man advantage, keeping Shannon posted up towards A, inserted, while the rest of the team can pivot towards B. Team Liquid, they have an idea that this is likely happening right now after the noise cut. You can see multiple players at the top of the minimap on their way. They want to get to B early.
The alarm bot placement suggests they might not be staying here. Yeah. Send a cascade, pull out, make use of the inserted Shenum over at the A side of the map. Working the map a lot, but we're running low on time.
Real hope here. TL is up. Penny will be able to catch a player perhaps on the cross.
How's he going to get in though with this high tide?
30 seconds left.
Yeah, there's just no way. I mean, does he try to go in front of it?
He's
going to get stunned up by the Reckoning.
How's he supposed to hold an op line in the Reckoning? It's not possible.
Just has to play safe. Spike is going to go down.
Oh no! Off screens. Aspas had an opportunity. Camo chunked low, but no finish.
आसपास क्या मिस किया है आसपास ने?
MIBR taking a more defensive stance now inside this Viper ult. Panatek has found Verno right at the back at Belts. Camo's going in. He's low enough as it is. It's all the same to him if he decays somewhat to try and take this fight. Nanoswarm on the spike location itself. Camo down, but he was low. Artisan being pressured now. Another one from Panatek from long range. And there's Nax. He's in the thick of it. Decay down, and now the pin is gone. Jenum's able to find Panatek.
नाइस वो अल्ट के होने के बावजूद भाई लिक्विड ने राउंड निकाल दिया बे।
They get their sixth.
Their retakes on A have gotten them in this 6-4 lead. They have been so good in those situations. That felt frankly unwinnable and should have been. The Reckoning into the Viper's pit to get the Cypher free. Spike down. They're in a 5 versus 4. That was a great first kill. MIBR was playing some pretty passive positions, and that does allow Team Liquid to get forward, get up top, and then drop into the pit together. But even still,
we cannot retake that ult ever, and we come now. We retake that.
I mean,
सामने वालों को देख के बोल रहा है।
TL have just been able to unravel a very complex situation on a retake where they don't have flashes. They do have the Sova to try and spot out what's happening in the Viper's pit. Penny was forced off the side entirely by that Reckoning, and still they managed to figure it out. This is a retooled Team Liquid roster with Penny sort of just fitting in here. But you can see that IGL prowess from Nats, leading his team to a victory in an extremely difficult scenario.
that round as well would have had Team Liquid economically in a terrible situation. Very crucial for them that they won that. I mean, being up 6-4, already having 6 at this juncture on your icebox defense, you will take that all day long.
And they convert a 4 versus 5. Verno hits a fantastic Owl Drone dart. He follows up on it with the Hunter's Fury. And MIBR still can't stick the landing.
The success that MIBR have had on these post plants on A,
भाई दोनों legend
been able to fight
bottom पे
in the site together. They gave up so
अब इनका
much,
चला गया Prime
even
मेरे को
despite
लग रहा
having
है।
the pit, which is why they felt they could give it up. Team Liquid were able to take advantage of that. Operator still in the hands of Penny, and interestingly, it's with 3 other players towards A. I mean, it's super typical. You'll have the op here, do something like Lock main. Well, there's an A stack. So they want to just get proactive behind it, post up with multiple players who, yeah, they do. They've got Camo watching Belt, but Osboss, top tube. Nats could be under a lot of pressure.
Got Dizzy as well, might swing at the same time. Nats is overwhelmed. There's not much you can do. It's a verified high-low setup thrown out there by MIBR, and Kiko lingers too long in mid. Jenum's starting to gobble him up now.
That's a beautiful bait and switch. Look at the attention that Osboss
क्या
drew
round
up
लिया
there.
है
Crosshairs so
5-6
high up, and then the swing from Shenum through window. That was beautiful.
Overloading mid. Now MIBR just retract. Get on out of that part of the map. This will allow Camo to re-clear, but he can only do it via raw contact. Not a great position to be in when you are down 2 versus 4. But he will confirm that MIBR have absconded off to B.
With with both the Harbor and the Viper alive heading towards this B site, you know, even if Penny were playing a position like back Snowman perhaps, there's just never going to be an angle to actually get a kill here with the operator.
Camo made the right choice coming to this site. Penny now going to make his rotate through as they
अबे इसने
sticks the plant.
क्यों blind shot नहीं दिया बे?
Green and yellow.
अब दे रहा है.
Hopes to show him the red light, but there is not a lot to see.
Ultimately, this is just a must.
स्प्रे मारने की जगह थी वो.
They've been taking a bit
कभी कोई मार दे
damage on these rounds.
क्या माइंड में था इसके?
3 on the prior, so they want to carry that op over for the
What's
final
plan,
one.
bro?
And despite these back and forth rounds, MIBR's economy has largely remained
5-6 हो गया है मेरे को कुछ.
to buy full loadouts, whereas Liquid have had to mix in a thrifty round to win that out. A couple of these weaker buys, and they're game planning for a similar situation now with this 2-gun save. MIBR have made this a real competitive half on their best map, making it difficult for TL to put them down.
Getting the 6th round feels more important for MIBR here than it does for Team Liquid when you're on this attack half. This was so well played. Look at this from Shen. Those players just entirely occupied with Osboss. Look at the crosshair there.
That needs like those free solo forearms to make that kind of correction from low to high. It's not happening.
Last opportunity for a round. Only one ultimate likely going to be used in this round, which is Pad Attack. So we've seen Team Liquid be really excellent in the situations where they have ults to disrupt the plants, get back in.
Penny wants to play forward with the op again. Cascade, he actually pushes it. Aspas up to jail, which is normally where he heads early in these rounds. Penny wants to linger, at least for the duration of that tailwind. Penny now is going to be here for the long haul as it stands, and Artazine walks into his line.
Spike down.
That's a spike drop too.
That information is crucial. MIBR, they like going for this double lurk with both their Viper and the KJ. Working mid. Oh, Pad Attack 2 where?
Oh man. Cortezia was hoping at least to be able to help from window should it be required, but didn't expect Kiko to be in kitchen as well. Big mid presence this round for TL. Maybe a response to what we just saw from MIBR. But a stunning start for the EMEA squad.
They really are aware as to how MIBR love to play this area of the map. There's multiple lurks. Kiko is on one right now. The aim is just stunning in this first half.
Will you look at that? We're all still alive.
He's laying it on thick, folks. Great mid presence there for TL. Thwarts another attempt of MIBR to thrust into that part of the map. And 7 defense side rounds. It starts here with Penny pushing up, taking that shot on Artazine, getting the spike loose.
Penny has done a nice job so far. First game on the chat with this team is classic agent, and he's showing up. Kiko has been fantastic as well.
Quick break here at halftime, and Icebox has been competitive so far, but Liquid have the lead by 2. We'll see you in just a moment.
No, bro, no. 7-6. Liquid ही जीतेगी वो.
Match found.
Please, Heaven. Vasant. Play Sage. भाई ड्यूलिस्ट इतनी जल्दी ओ अब थोड़ी जंग होगी. यहाँ पे रेड्स करने ले लिया है नियॉन. प्लेयर थी को आएगा गुस्सा, वो या टाइप करेगा या मुंह से गाली देगा. सैड ओ भाई ब्रो इंस्टा लॉकिंग हाय भाई. माहौल थोड़ा गर्मा गर्मी हो रहा है. इससे पहले कोई कुछ और करे मैं इसको लॉक कर देता हूँ। सोल्ड आई भाई, डॉच मत कर मेरा भाई, डॉच मत कर। वो पिक करना रहा, पिक नहीं कर रहा। यहाँ पे ले लिया है शोवा। शो द गेम ब्रो, व्हाट द फक ब्रो। शो ओमन सोवा क्लो फिनिक्स रिस्ट 2 कालिए, 2 धोरिए, 1 नीलिया, 1 नीलिया। ये की पीली चट्टी है हमारे पास। कलर चेंज होते हैं भी।
Reloading.
क्या ही What the fuck? What the fuck? भाग रही हो।
Scanning ahead.
You disappoint me. Cutting their vision.
वो प्लांट
Planted spike. Our spike carrier is dead.
Spike down B.
Gone.
प्लांट
अरे कैसे मरा बे? गंदा मरा।
Revealing area.
Last player standing.
गया राउंड।
अबे फक।
Even with numbers, anything can still happen. Remember that.
Spikes here.
Gotta go.
Scanning ahead.
Spike down B.
अरे आओ भाई कोशिश कर।
Still in sight.
उठो अपन नहीं।
कितने कितने वर्ड सेंसर किए जो पूछो को भी सेंस कर दी सेंसर कर दिया।
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Cutting their vision. My old friend.
ब्लाइंड कैसे ना हो?
उतना ऊपर नहीं कर
One enemy remaining.
ऊपर विजन नहीं जाएगा तो ब्लाइंड कैसे होगा?
Planted. Thank you. I was starving.
Reina, remind me to never piss you off.
I need this.
Take control.
Revealing area.
Fire in the hole!
Reloading.
Charges.
Fall back. Sage, can you heal me, Sage? Can you heal me, Sage? Sage, heal me, here. Push, guys.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Someone is getting one of them.
Their phoenix may feel immortal. I shall remind him just how mortal he truly is. I'm out of here. Go, go, go!
Biggie, so. Scanning ahead.
Around left. Enemy, your right, Sova.
Spike down mid.
Sova से लूट माना स्पीड. Spike क्या बड़ा?
Oh shit, man.
One enemy remaining.
They were out.
Can I take that? Okay, never mind.
If you must fall, then fall near me.
What item do you have?
कितनी कान जलाने में मुझे मालूम था वो वहां बैठा हुआ है.
Phoenix is there.
Let's go, let's go.
Quiet now.
Plan.
Plan. Don't come.
How?
One enemy remaining.
Scanning ahead.
Still in sight.
Enemy spotted A.
No.
You were barely worth the effort.
I'm not sure you even need a healer. Reloading.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted mid. Found them.
Oh, watch, stay here.
Reloading.
Still in sight.
Ah. Went back. One more. 70. 70.
It's 70 minutes now, my bad.
Player standing.
100 है सोवा.
Down mid.
अरे.
Let's play, bro. अब बहुत हुआ.
They'll see before they die.
Let's play. तुमको लगना चाहिए कि पेंट जो जैसे स्मर्फ कर रहा है.
Need a drop. Need a drop.
Revealing area.
Go, go, go! I'm out of here. Wall raised.
Quiet now.
No.
Come.
It's not clear.
अबे यार भाई इसको से ड्रॉप हो गया.
You had your fun.
Neon. How?
Fall back.
Last player
Damage
standing.
30.
30 seconds left.
Red planet. My
Right.
ult ready.
क्या आ गया बे? मैंने घाई कर दी. नहीं कर देता. मैंने घाई कर दी. नहीं कर देता.
Deep breaths, everyone.
ये छोड़ दे. ये
Go, go, go.
It's gonna get a drop.
Need a drop.
Let's push out, okay? Let's push out. Only this race is ready.
Drop.
Sova, can you reveal?
Revealing area.
Enemy spotted B.
Please. Sage.
Can't use this yet.
Let's go away.
Can't use this yet.
Fall back. You have time.
Smoke the Omen, smoke the smoke.
Guys on it. Guys, fall back, please. I'm planting it.
One enemy remaining.
लो है
I planted it. Guys, I planted it, guys.
Go, go, go!
Kill that bastard.
Low.
What? Headshot fire, 48 damage. Nice one. I don't know how.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
I need this.
Sova, reveal Sova. Sova, reveal backside, okay.
Gotta go!
Let us hunt.
Sova, reveal, okay.
I'm out of here.
Spamming?
Fall back. Let them push. I'm blind. Chase, fall back, chase.
Gotta go!
Joke's over! You're dead!
Spike down mid.
Cover going out.
Last player standing.
How? 78. Yeah. 20.
My quiver is never full.
There.
Guys, do your ult, okay.
Hold and play. Play for the
Scanning
pick.
ahead.
Fire in the hole!
Nice one.
अरे इसकी माँ की चूत भाई है मार हर बार 121
ठीक है.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Not a bad one.
Fall back.
I have the spike.
Fall back, Sage, fall back.
अबे एक गोली नहीं लगी कंप्लीट एम पे था
Point. Thank you.
Fall back.
130 है वैसे भी एक ही बुलेट का है वो जस्ट वन बुलेट वे मेरा अल्ट वेस्ट हो जाएगा मैं रेज करने के लिए मार रहा था उसको
Don't push.
इसके पैर के नाखून को भी बुलेट लगी फिर भी मर जाएगा वो
मार देना.
देख नाखून पे ही लगी
Let them try to get me.
कोई अमीर है जो ये दे पावे
I need this.
ड्रॉप देने वाला है।
Can someone get this?
The career travels guys. So new reveal.
बी
क्या नहीं करा
There they are. I am the hunter.
तो लग
Reloading.
प्लांट कर
Yes.
Planning A. Fall back.
Scanning.
Come on. Close the door.
Your duty is not over. That sucks.
अबे ऑपरेटर की माँ की चूत।
रहने दे आने दो। आने दे।
Watch out. Enemy A.
Save you. Save.
Go, go.
Nice.
I'm out of here.
Last.
Last round before the switch.
Don't be cheap. Spend it all before it's gone.
ये चले.
हाँ चल
Not the B.
on your world
फेक करता हूँ तुम.
ब्रो चक्की में बैठा है क्या?
अरे कूलर चालू
नहीं चोद पूरा
Good. Come on, use the ult and come back A, okay? Go A and come back B. Please don't peek.
Spike down mid.
Neon. Cover to.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Sage B.
One of the baddest
Sorry.
team I've seen.
Healing.
कितने बार? Stun.
Take this. I'm out of here. Go.
Bro, don't really.
Don't push.
Just wall. Only one plan.
Switching sides.
You demand a fight. Who are we to
I'm
disobey?
out of here. Gotta go.
मैं कभी सेज नहीं लूंगा इसके आज के बाद।
अच्छे तो
मैंने ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं मौत हूँ।
अरे भाई साहब, अरे एक पे खेलो। प्लीज वाला के।
देखो डुएलिस्ट करना।
मैंने बस मजे के लिए सीट ली।
हाँ
मजे ले।
4 ही किल करके बैठा हूँ, क्या घंटा मजे लूँ।
ओके
सुबह माइक बंद कर दे। चलेगा तू टाइपिंग कर दे, मैं पढ़ के सबको सुना दूंगा। आई थिंक
लो
तेरे चक्कर में मेरे साथ भी लो गया। ये तो मादर जात थ्रो कर रहा था, क्या हुआ इसको?
What will it be this time? Have any patterns emerged yet?
मिड वॉल कर रहा हूँ.
Wall raised.
अरे
Phoenix no hit. Easy है, तो एक पास है.
One enemy remaining.
Sage easy है.
hold on, let him plant. Hold on.
Thirty seconds left. Last player standing.
I wait.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
इसको कौन सी चूल चली रश करने के लिए जाके मुंह पे चला गया.
Stay back.
Barrier created.
Smoke, common smoke mid.
पीछे आ.
Spike down A.
गन दे दिया उनको बैंड.
70. Oman.
Cutting their vision.
ओमन लो है.
Spike planted.
ओ बड़ी लो.
Last player.
Someone was there.
Time to stock back up.
I'm saving.
Saving this round.
We'll hold A. You guys smoke it.
Wall raised.
Joke's over. You're dead.
I should say.
Spike down A.
Fun. My turn. Enemy down.
Nice. Push out the left. What the fuck? You guys saved. എന്തിനാണ് പേരുകൾ save ചെയ്യുന്നത്?
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Nice. Push and take the gun. Smoke. Good main.
Sorry for the
Last player.
अरे भाई तूने अभी तो क्लियर किया था क्यों वहाँ पे?
नो ब्रो, मैं मिड घूम के आया, मिड के अंदर से थोड़ी आया मैं।
तो आया तो नहीं कहना भाई।
पूरा घूम के आया, बस यूं ही वॉक डाला था मैंने तो। वो बुझी सा खेल खेले।
Mid B अरे B बड़ा mid कोणता B बो।
हाँ। Don't push, you motherfucker.
No charges.
Can he revive me, please? Please revive me.
Heal.
Cover me.
Back where I belong.
One enemy remaining.
Hell.
Last player standing.
ब्रो
Leave cold, guys.
Stand tall. We are VALORANT. We are fighters.
मैंने वो दिया था क्या तुम लोगों ने?
भाई लोकेशन बोल दिया तो मैं नीचे ही ना आता।
मैं तो स्क्रीन में दिख रहा है भाई, मैंने स्पॉट किया, मुझे तो दिख रहा होगा।
मैं तो फिनिक्स को मारने में था। देखना है ओमन, जरा सी जगह रह रही है वॉल में, सामान्य बुलेट जाए ऐसी। सोवा
दी दे।
Nice one, Sora.
Reloading. Spike planted.
For you.
One enemy remaining.
You had your fun. My turn.
One enemy remaining.
Can't use this yet.
मैं कर रहा हूँ।
I'm out of here.
गद्दारी करता है, गद्दारी। रहना गद्दारी करता है। अब कुछ सुकून मिला, 12 किलो हो गए ना।
Gotta go. Barrier created.
थोड़ी जगह रखिए ओमन, गोली मारने के लिए।
Nowhere to run. Joke's over. You're dead.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
How is that? I'm hitting head.
No time. One enemy remaining.
Can't use this yet.
Easy push.
GG's guys.
ब्रो प्लीज मैं करूँगा.
Want to throw?
Thank you.
Should we throw?
We can throw. We can throw.
No rhino.
Defenders win.
Don't mess with me.
भाई सेक्सी हो गया तेरा भाई. अब सेक्सी तो हो गया है. बस टीम सही होनी चाहिए. भाई 3 पे था, सब किल पे थे तेरा भाई. लास्ट में 14 पे है ना तेरा भाई का कमाल है ना. पॉइंट अनरिवॉर्ड. ओ भाई भाई है भाई. अब जी सा खेल सरेआम खेल गया.
Going away to the Sova is very relevant. Look at this hit from Camo all the way through, like off the fast lane. Relay bolt to press forward, but Ospa shot.
हाँ टीम लिक्विड एक जीत चुकी है. अच्छा ठीक है तो फिर
is in position, playing around this one way.
थोड़ी देर के लिए कैंप बंद करता हूँ मैं.
Don't have anywhere to go now. They're going to be pinched in this part of the map. They've got to fall back to halls, ideally. Kiko wants to take the fight to Aspas, and yet he's back turned. 4-0 for Kiko. Again, dominance showing on Icebox. He has stepped up massively. And that serial doesn't have to do a damn thing. Shenum is stuck here.
Team Liquid, they know it's definitely possible.
That's my favorite.
Shenum with the first.
Now it's a matter of numbers. Overwhelm that position ideally, but Shenum's able to TP away and still could take the fight. Cats Nation, do they have the answer? You better believe it.
बहुत हार्ड था भी वो.
Vernon Cortezia
लगता है लेकिन बहुत हार्ड है वो.
Crack at this. This bonus round too strong for them apparently.
और
Cortezia
जे
through the cyber cage in the back of sight gives it a
आसपास कौन नेट्स है तो राउंड है.
steps out. Wide swing from Human now.
बोला भी मैं नेट्स है.
Almost gets there, but it's your nonchalant King Verno that's able to get MIB.
बात मेरी गलत साबित हो गई.
Much like against Genji, Verno in the clutch. The hero of Brazil, an American Challengers player that made his debut in VCT this year.
Players in this series, huh?
The most unlikely of unlikely heroes for MIBR, for Brazil, for the best team that they've got in the scene right now.
Funny, he kind of threw people off in some of his press appearances early in Americas. This is more nonchalance, like he didn't seem to care much. I think he was really misunderstood. And you see his like more low-key approach to the game means that he can get onto these high-pressure situations and actually shine, whereas the rest of his team have struggled in that regard.
Since joining, the vibes were so fun and always just felt so great for MIBR throughout their entire America's run. It's just only in Toronto here that we're seeing them, a little bit more sad, I would say, with some of the results that they're having.
More
pretty dejected, some would say.
Glum, even.
Maybe putting it lightly there, but happy to convert against that bonus round strategy.
क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? टीम लिक्विड बैक साइड होल्ड करके बैठी है. नेट्स एक्सियन रोल बे. कमो लमो कर दिया बे.
The Dizzy going to create the space to get Aspas out properly.
कमो.
Now being spotted out, Team Liquid still more than enough time to make a pivot. That dark cover to obscure anyone top mid who may have intentions of
आसपास ने रेज दिया.
now a noise cut as they go into market. Eventually they'll have to break this strip, give up the game. Low HP Camo, maybe he can make some space and can trade it off.
There it is, Cortezia, Seal with Panatek both go down. Nice little setup here. Artisan, Bulldog a little bit wayward. He's Verno in a clutch position again and he delivers against a true veteran.
Oh, clutching against one of the all-time clutch gods in that back-to-back. Caught jumping up, wanted to get that molly down. Run forward, try to recover the spike.
Hugo can ult.
And also, That's set up by this early engagement. Camo ends up going quite low. In fact, there are two players that die to a shock dart in this position, but Verno wants to fight instead of use that util. Fighting forward, Artazine also with a decent timing through mid. Good collapse here. That's gotta feel good.
भाई 2 राउंड नेट लास्ट में था फिर भी 2 राउंड चले गए.
Triple swings from Cortezia and Shannon and Tandem. They're playing from market. Team Liquid on the bad buy. Hero rifle for Kiko, who's
Team Liquid attacking में है तो ऑल काम में आएगा कियो को.
Perhaps inarguably, he was
outrageous. I mean, with Artfast minus 23 over 3 maps, it's hard to see that Kiko has much competition there. A warning shot for Artazine, and he'll have to get off the line as the relay bolts come in. This will allow TL to slowly scale up into the fall.
Oh, good Jesus. Gaya.
Brought over to A.
Happening here. Fast lane now, so Team Liquid can get out onto the site.
Camo wants to fight through this with a stick.
Hey, map में गेगो कौन लेता है?
But it looked like he was so locked in on the dark cover.
That awkward. Camo gets away with it. How? 3 players for MIBR here on Link, and they're going to go for it. Artazine the Herald gets on in there, but now Hunter's Fury comes straight through. Panatek trying to light them up. They get on here. Serial double comes out. The Guardian Artazine finally finds connection with that Outlaw. That's his ghost though. 2 shots.
Oh, bye.
And he gets value. Found 2, leaving Panatek on his own.
भाई nice round भाई MIBR का बहुत sexy round था ये.
Their confidence starts to build.
Their economy is being
Deserve it, bro.
very honest by Team Liquid, but they are winning the rounds. That's what matters most. They'll be happy to have gotten one of those ultimates out with Panatek committing the Hunter's Fury all for naught. Cortezia with that opening engagement. Serial late, biding his time, picked off. Together nicely, trading.
50, 500, 600 लग देखने आ चुके हैं यहाँ पे हमें.
And you've got a lot to retake with, right? You've got Boombot. That ends up putting that pressure on Camo, forces him out. You've got the vision from Artazine, a lot of retake potential, so MIBR...
भाई मैच से थका इसलिए वॉच पार्टी पे आया. वापिस गेम आई थिंक अब नहीं खेलूंगा मैं.
As Team Liquid are in this with their next full showstopper, Hunter's Fury. Very dangerous.
Both edges from mid are trapped.
Great shock dart. That's going to allow Camo to maybe push up as that dark cover is getting cycled. Team Liquid, they do love to go for these deep wrap site executes using the Neon to get to one of the other sides of the timing.
The timing for Verno here through spawn, spotted by Camo, who now get ahead of it further.
Oh, I love this from MIBR trying to get control of B-Main. This has to be a trade from Ospas, and he connects with the rocket.
Now we can double back. There's action over at B. Camo is in that site, and that's also causing problems towards the top of mid. But Verno again, he's the kryptonite of the champion of old. Dropped down to 4 with that spray. Hunter's Fury, though, has been developed.
Going to be read by Verno as the spike gets tapped. Team Liquid wanted to bait this out. You still have Ospas in B. Oh, that connection was close. A little bit weak, and he is biding his time. Team Liquid, they would love to be able to push this space together rather than feeling encircled in sight. It's not just spray. Fan through Verno only had 3 more HP.
That's kind of devastating. Verno could still have been such a threat from that Boba position. Camo's still watching for it, but the moves are here in main and market respectively. Shannon wants to head up towards Boba, but Camo is stuck on that line. It's going to be a tough fight for him to win. Aspas gives himself away now. Great paranoia for Shannon to get him, but Aspas is dealt with. He would have had to find 3. And Kiko again slaps down.
With the aim still just looking too clean for Kiko. Unfortunate that Verno was just on such low HP after one of those previous engagements. I mean, that unbelievable quick tap on such a tight angle from Serial.
Aspas, he just didn't know what was set up on the site.
I think MIBR made some good positional decisions in that round, taking B main after realizing and seeing that Camo's through top mid, they could be pressuring through market as well. We need space somewhere. Let's fight B main, but Serial going 1-for-1 there is huge.
Verno is able to light the side up with some of that Sova util. That goes differently still. Group up here towards this B-side lobby for TL.
And now just on account of the MIBR round wins coming down to primarily Verno clutches, look at their economy. They were on a multi-round win streak and they have nothing to show for it.
Cortezia though is able to bring the pressure towards that camp position. Obviously one will be set up behind Liquid. One look and all will be revealed. Cortezia just snarled up though in an engagement in front of main, and it's going to be the Outlaw that claims it. Into the site we go here. MIB are happy to give it up. Rather have no real choice without Cortesia.
Verno with just a classic.
Stinger for Shannon. It's looking ugly there in terms of the arsenal.
I like this from TL. Tap the spike. Let's try and get some util out. See if they swing into us.
Spike planted.
Play it safe. All right, and now we can get the spike down. Now we can position.
This is what Aspas
भाई 3 आएगा तुम्हारा भाई से अच्छा इस दुनिया में कोई वैलोरेंट प्लेयर नहीं होगा.
Happy just to play out in the open by main. This is not a cross. Reveal timing was there. Serial dealt with him comfortably. Stinger and Sheriff now to go for it for MIBR. The group up, and that's going to go looking punished for that. Outlaw unrecoverable though, and so is the round as far as MIBR concerned. Shannon found a second, but eventually TL just overload that market.
That's as those players that you're
Team Liquid
always
is
going to see take advantage of the Outlaw on that attack side. Looks to recognize these situations, excuse me, where it's going to get the most value, take advantage of it. MIBR are going to be fully investing into this round. Both teams not totally out of the woods economically, but this one for TL, they'll have another buy, even if they lose here. This is a round where Nat still has that Viper's Pit.
भाई आसपास बहुत खराब नहीं जा रहा भाई.
No time and pushing towards his A side. An overdrive at the ready.
ये 4 kill किए इसने.
Clear that util, more than happy to be the blunt object to try and crack A open, but he's just the solo player. He can sell ice to an Inuit. Shannon cleans him out, but now MIBR realize the action really.
भाई उस लोकेशन पे तो टेंस ने पूरी स्क्वाड को बर्बाद किया था.
They've got strong defensive positions.
That was a great trade from Verno. That flash was used early. I'm not sure if Artie was able to connect. Okay, just spam through. Normally with a pit down, that's a no access to sight moment, but Verno comes up.
He's not done either.
Oh, he's a kid. Oh. Last moment.
They waited on this ability to buy back into the game. It's a costly one for them. But Verno once again delivers the death blow. 3 kills and a Viper's Pit destruction.
That was the definition of must win for MIBR, and they come up. Verno is just that guy for this team right now. Finds the trade up to Patatek.
Oh.
All right.
How, bro?
Satisfied with that little play.
But that is emblematic of the changes made to Sunset. You no longer have that kiosk to hide behind when you're trying to play post-plant there. In B main. Verno can actually spray those defenders.
Look at
Characteristic look there for Aspas, who again was 2-9 in first kill, first death against Gen G. And as Ender put it out, he said he felt like it was the worst performance of Aspas's career against that Gen G team. He had a moment on Icebox, clutch, but again, hasn't really taken over the game like MIBR need him to.
And that was with him on the Neon against Gen G, so they have switched things up and gone for a very traditional composition, bringing back the Gecko and bringing back the Rays. We've really seen primarily Neon here, you know, since this map was in its latter days before getting removed, and Neon had the buff where it was, you know, she was the most
Deadly
overtuned.
accurate on the slide.
It's still real good and primarily being used here. But in that game, there were so many moments where Aspas was getting very disconnected. MIBR were slow to trade, playing very individualistic, but not in a hyper-aggressive way, in a nervous way. And that's just
I'll never
going to
forget
have to be completely changed today.
that 4-player swing into Foxy on Haven, where they just get gunned down with poor spacing on that multi-swing. That one lives in my head rent-free.
Standard stuff with this Gecko on defense. Just throw up the early dizzy, see if there's going to be quick pressure on this A side. If it's forced to be shot with this cloud, that's going to give a good opportunity for Team Liquid to cross and then double face as the smoke drops in case someone from MIBR was playing close.
Shannon second guesses himself there, and opts not to overextend. Kiko likely was watching that line and still is. But into halls is the rest of TL. 3 players getting a lot of map control, and no one's watching from alley here, Wyatt.
This wall from Nats is so cool. They basically just give up Link. They're going to let Serial play on that side late. Send everyone through elbow. We have most of the angles cut off. Matter of fact, let's just contact in.
Oh, wait a minute. Was Aspas trying to get up on the box there?
Probably for the best he didn't, because it was getting spammed through.
Maybe he just thought better of it not to. Into the side they are. Paradoya really hitting hard. Confusing here for Artazine. Camo now will look to step out. Some good old-fashioned fights here, and it's, of course, blood for Halls. So TL don't have to overextend. There's no undue risks that need to be taken here. Nats, though, getting chunked low with this wallbang spam. Inferno again is the one that puts MIBR on the board in this round. All out to the sun they go! And Patatech will end the round. It was about as elegant as MIBR could possibly be with time not on their side.
They're just thrown into such disarray, trying to work around that wall that Nats has up. Yeah, there was a miss, but again, I think for the best. Kilo immediately started spraying up top when he heard the satchel, so he might have died there.
Maybe a fake, yeah.
But when MIBR actually get into the site,
भाई आसपास क्या कर रहा है?
Smoke for, you know, being thrown down elbow because Shenum was blinded up, died trying to go through the wall, and then everyone's just stuck in awkward positions. It's resulted in MIBR's economy being broken again. They've got a couple Guardians, sure. And honestly, throw one of those over to Verno. I'm gonna be real, like, Verno is the one keeping them in this game.
You need to dap my boy up, and you need to give him everything he asks for. Give him the Supermax. Cycling that smoke top mid again, TL have started to take control of that part of the map. Again, it's, like you said, two Guardians. Relay Bolt catching onto Aspas. Camo, though, respects the paint shells, but he's gonna duck back into market. He's feeling it.
That shock throw breaks the tripwire. MIBR have been pressed back into more passive positions, so they can assume that Team Liquid are just walking into market right now, slowly.
आसपास
Designed to be able to look into B main as well. Rid of Kiko. Spraying through the dark cover here is MIBR trying to slow the game down, but Camo's gotten in and onto the side. This is now a problem. All of MIBR playing from Boba. They might try and flood in on off timing. It is Aspas leading the way. Shadow was able to get there with the classic serial under pressure, but takes his. Now a beat, a break in the action. Reloads, Aspas a little bit low. Shotdown takes serial down to 10, and Shadow converts. It's just Nats. No plant yet for TL. TP from Shenum heard as he gets back into Boba, and he shows a little bit of leg.
Spotted out.
क्या लगता है नेट कर पाएगा?
Forced to dodge that for now. The Sova has not been able to recover a decent weapon. He's just got the classic Verno versus Nats again.
Verno shoulder piece here. Nats is ice cold. He's ice cold. He's just got enough time to find the plant. Gets it in. Will be spotted out by Verno with time to fight. Verno is 35, very low, but he has the drop on Nats, who's watching the other corner. Ring around the rosy, but Nats now is convinced that this is the ice cold Red Bull clutch straight out the freezer. Beautifully done. Another TL round that hurts MIBR's soul.
Vengeance for Nats after being denied a couple rounds by Verno earlier. It has been just a face-off between one of the greats of all time and one of the future greats in Verno.
He has it down.
Was sexy.
Every aspect of that 1v2 was calibrated and refined over years of play. Not even close, baby.
Sorry. Just another day in the office for Nats. I feel like back in the day used to be a bit more of a stone cold killer. And now a little bit more whimsy about him.
Loosened up, delivering performance reviews at a rate of knots in the halftime.
Bro, no anyone beat net. फिर सामने आसपास हो, टेंस हो, कोई भी हो, no anyone beat net. Bro, he is a diabolical player in Valorant history. This मेरी नज़र से.
See why people are raving about Cats Nation, because Kiko has not been far behind. Just consistent brilliance over Icebox and now Sunset.
I mean, if Nats keeps this up, hell, if he takes down another international trophy, look, he's already in the conversation for one of the greatest of all time, but man, that would put him up there.
Round 11, just around the corner, and MIBR are bought up for it. They're ready to go. Verno's been put in a lot of these close situations, and in 1v1s against Nats has looked better at times. It's the rounds they're chasing Wyatt. They've been sorely looking for these conversions.
Out of this timeout, MIBR mixing things up for the first time, going for an aggro push. right down mid. Serial might have spotted someone barely on the cross. It's hard to tell, but Artzin, what is that? Just spray through the smoke?
I mean, they challenged the one-way. Team Liquid. I guess, yeah, there's a smoke at Link, so we just played through that.
Yeah,
Nutty timing.
बे 120 की शरत ये राउंड निकाल देगी टीम लिक्विड.
Yell back in the round, but Shenham fast on the trade.
I mean, you never expect this, right? MIBR flipped the map. Many of them playing over towards that tiles position still. Adesina has fallen all the way back to spawn. He knows the game plan is to give up this part of the map and go for a later crunch. That attack on the walk. Does he realize there are 3 players coming? Paranoia is going to force him off the line anyway. Pain Shell, he wants to challenge ahead of it, but then doesn't see a target, so back to box he goes. Nico hit by the Dizzy, flattened Adesina. Beautiful, man. Finds a perfect timing to come back into the map. MIBR, man, that timeout really went a long way. That was definitely an audible, the front call.
100%. Great decision to mix something in like that late in this half. All of those kills in the defuse. Artzin now with that Thrash for the final round too. Yeah, they just push around the corner too early. Yeah, a little bit too early. A dark cover came later. Of course, you know, they are doubled up, so they're hoping they can get the kill, but they were perfectly lined up. Making that all too easy.
All things considered, it's not like a slog for MIBR, but it's just a one-round game here heading into the last of the half. And they've come in drips and drabs. That round 3, 4, 5 string for MIBR, crucial. Having some even footing now on this defense side.
We've seen this before. Wait out the Dizzy, throw down the Cloud, and then a couple players pop out at the same time for the double face. This time it's Camo with a Bucky, though. They want
गए एक्शन ले लेगा 1 2
But Camo doesn't care, slides on him, detained though. Will there be a double swing? Yes, Adesina overwhelmed. So the player advantage stands with TL.
Nets is alive, round is alive.
He wants to manifest an opportunity to at least find 1 kill, bring this into a 3v3 for the retake.
The shadows there from Keiko.
Net is alive, round is alive.
To the top box of Ali, but Cortezia will play just on the vestiges of a T. Kiko coming! They've overestimated themselves, Team Liquid.
Spike down A.
A bit of a misassumption made about the position of the Cypher, and it's punished eventually. They bring Cortezia down. Verno's comfortable in his element, you'd think. Serial's able to pluck him out.
Aspa 1v1.
Coming from elbow.
This is now Aspas's chance to show us where the heck he's been all week.
30
A 1 versus 1, and he's
भाई आसपास का हो गया है भाई आसपास का हो गया है.
And an anemic performance by the Rays in the clutch.
MIPR were at such an advantage in that round. Things got sloppy for TL entering into the site. 1v1s going either way. A lot of clutches here.
Another close map. Much hinges on the pistol in that second half, so stay tuned for that one. We'll be back after this.
भाई उसने कैंप खोलने के बाद मारा है आसपास को. तुम सोच सकते हो?
Esports is a $2 billion industry now, but it all started in dingy basements and cramped living rooms.
From how the pros train to how the money flows, this G2 and MasterCard series breaks it all down. 12 episodes, packed with insight and lessons for anyone looking to understand the world of competitive gaming. Ready to learn the game behind the game?
Stay tuned for what's next.
You won't want to miss it.
They don't know.
big in the clutch in that last round of the half. Over the course of the game, his Cypher gameplay has been very, very efficient.
Had a good opening too, back during the pistol round, which, by the way, MIBR still yet to win one in this entire tournament, Mitch. Not one. They need this so bad. So bad. They don't know what it feels like to win a pistol round anymore. They need this early momentum desperately after losing that final round, which felt unlosable, to a 1v1 where Serial closes things out.
Closes things out against a world champion who, as far as this series, this tournament is concerned, has not showed up. Aspas, after the first half of Sunset, is 5-9, switching to the more traditional Raze look. Still waiting. We're still waiting to see him light this stage up, and maybe we don't get it at all.
From MIBR, this is looking like a classic B hit and Legion. Well, okay, well, Cypher's left in the dirt on tiles, actually. That is so tough. Artson now trying to scale into sight. Recon going in the back, dissing through the wall. Can anyone actually capitalize off of it?
Going for him, doubles back though, doesn't like what he sees, and that's because there's 4 players from TL looking straight at them. A veritable firing squad set up by the EMEA team, and Serial goes from strength to strength. Verno gets his and more, that's the question. It's shut down at 2. 0 pistols for MIBR as Team Liquid get another one. Widen the lead to 3 and start to tighten the thumb screws on this floundering NA squad.
Cortezia just takes an early peek through tiles, walks right into a double face there. Patatek nets the kill. Opted to go a bit earlier, try to get a kill. You know, could have alternatively chosen to take it very slow.
Show me your hat, show me your hat. Man. You are a Cypher hat, nothing.
Bro can't just ask for a milady tip your hat in the current year? Come on, Serial, get the program. So too busy just feasting on these pistol frags.
MIBR have had enough of losing pistols. Why not try some success on a round 2 force instead?
Is it America's force for an America's roster? Aspas will lead the way quietly, just communicating that there's nobody here in elbow whatsoever.
Team Liquid happy to have 3 players ready on this A site on account of the Cypher setup towards B, some passive info gain towards B main. Cam watching towards tiles, jiggle peek from Nats in mid. Team Liquid don't really have to budge over on this site.
Patatek has started to reassume control into this A site.
He is
yapping. There are pings going down on the map right now from MIBR. Dizzy ready to be thrown over top. Should connect onto Patatek unless it gets broken, but when they come out of elbow, Kiko is on the perfect angle to get an opener.
Crossfire broken up though. This is scary for Patatek.
Nice
paranoid, but Aspas taken down. Kiko's on the box, and that wasn't smoked for. 1 for 1. Shadow claims him, but Camo now is dug in and ready to deliver.
6-8.
Cortezia.
Oh no, 9-5.
In the last round now has to go big to clutch it. Just a stinger. Almost enough for Nats, but not quite. Camo exits with 3. And now it's a 4-round game.
I believe that dark cover from Shannon was just
No,
down to
bro,
cover
Team
the
Liquid
entire
is the
cross over towards
hilarious.
small side. It's not in the one way. So Kiko gets that opener. Fair enough, MIBR multi-swing to find that trade. But then they're at such poor ranges with the weapons that they've got. No real effort to fight towards Link, draw attention from the other TL players away.
That mid-rounding for Patatek was sick. He was jabbering at a mile a minute, and look at, they anchored that site after initially playing off of it.
And they just had no reason to leave. They had full passive info defensively across the entire rest of the map. Got a lot of shares for MIBR. Can they do anything here? Oh my god, what? Sure.
Okay. Just a tickle. Turns into a 41 health Shannon. And easily dominated by Patatek. Aspas down again. Verno is low after these early exchanges. And the Viper wall gets toggled yet again. MIBR. See what the Brains Trust have to put together. IGL Artazine still on the scene. But your options are becoming more and more and more limited. Okay.
TL just happy right now to play in the death ball formation, give up A if they need to, go for the retake, face together mid. They're making this easy. They're going to make it look effortless unless Cortezia lives up to the headshot machine name.
Relay bolts for Camo. Into that space. Don't need to do too much here for TL. Just keep MIBR on their toes. No hurry. Oh, jeez, okay.
30 seconds left.
Somebody alert Peter, that was brutal.
That's just patient on this angle. Artson dealt with, and Cortezia shut down. Not a whole lot of damage for MIBR across these past couple rounds. Team Liquid carrying over so many weapons. Economy bolstered again.
Is that, yeah, this shock dart, like 100 damage worth there. Perfectly placed. Makes the Bulldog conversion all too easy. Camo. He hears a shot fired off, just swings it. Yeah, this is just great fundamentals. I mean, for MIBR, what is this? Season 1 of Attack on Titan? Where's the Catharsis for these guys? It's all doldrums all the time on this attack side.
Camo has picked up a bucket and wants to tuck close over towards elbow.
Please, MIBR.
I mean, there could be a drone to clear this out from Verno or a recon. Dizzy, oh, that ult is great.
Okay. Good fast lane to get off the line. Needs to still find a good application for that Bucky, but comes out of that engagement unscathed.
Artson getting pretty close to the Thrash. Team Liquid, they have 3 players here again.
They're walking this again. Okay. Oh shit, I'm punished for going for the orb. Nat's ready to cover. That is just centimeter perfect.
No.
These trades are just coming too slow from MIBR. The swings are getting watched for. I mean, I'm sorry, what? How has that timing occurred? Maybe Cortezia can be the hero. MIBR, they want to pivot over towards him, but Verno's facing in mid. Okay. Beautiful tap.
A multi-face coming out of Verno, though. Look at that cool calm collector, but couldn't quite convert. Still evens up the game with Cortezia. A wedge driven in between TL and that B side they hope to defend.
Nice, bro. 6-10 होने वाले, I think.
Maintaining hero status
30 seconds
for
left.
MIBR. It has been him keeping them in this game.
Kid is unreal.
It has been all about him. His clutches, his taps, open facing multiple players. This has to be converted by the duo of Aspas and Cortezia.
Surely you can expect Aspas to step up and land this plane. Into market, swings it, and there it is. Nuts is handled.
Yes, 10-6, bro.
Chico's are good for this. He's more than up for it. 12 and 8 over the course of the game. But Cortezia and Aspas are doubled up for it. Little swing, little peek. There it is. MIBR can't one finally. It's costly, but hey, they're in the game. Their head is above water.
You can still hear them screaming from the stage, even being down like this. I'm barely getting this round win.
इसने Verno down निकाला है.
Elbow. Verno, multiple players. Looked like he was even on for the third. With the aim going pretty awry for Nats.
And at that point, Verno's assuming that TL are probably scrabbling to deal with, Cortezia, who's gotten in there to Boba. Good intuition. MIBR having to pay dearly for each one of these rounds.
Kiko was able to avoid that recon, so he's still set up with Camel Paranoia into the relay. Balled up, just Fury as well.
More, they want more.
Beautiful trap play to find an early advantage. Look at Nats even walking down mid into tiles.
And the spike is loose on the wrong side of the one-way. Aspas has to find a way to recover him. Nats on that walk.
And he's just thinking, why is he even here? Patatek timings, Shenham with
Yeah,
the jiggle peek. Cortezia wondering how he's ended up in this situation. 1 versus 4 against a team who effectively could be anywhere on the map.
It seems like they are at all times. Nat's like a bona fide sleep paralysis demon turning up when you least expect him. Cortezia obviously has a very straightforward objective. Do everything you can to dig your team out of a desperate spot. This cross to the spike location, of course, will be watched by Kiko. Cortezia has a sense for it too. And he doesn't know who's waiting by elbow out in the open. There's no information and surely no hope. But now, Cortezia has allowed TL to get close enough that there's a real risk of him losing this gun.
He does just want to save, but if you look at the cash for TL, they don't really want to hunt right now. They are pretty low.
Cage triggered.
So they'll be content to just win this out and
10 seconds left.
let Cortizia live to see round 18. The rest of the team won't be able to get too much anyhow, with Artzin being pretty low.
Foolish.
All right, good shot.
All right.
Stay alive.
Cortizia lives to see another Fire and Brimstone Dawn here on Sunset, but it's still an ugly situation for this America's number 3 seed.
How cool is this on the replay? Initial contact taken from Camel. That goes into a paranoia with the Hunter's Fury. And then when all of that presence is seen from the defense as to MIBR being in A main, Nats just slowly walking down mid, playing behind that Viper wall that cuts off the sight line to tiles. Boss on the run, wondering, why is this guy here?
Like, does he have
How
ghost mode
is he
toggled
here?
on? Is he in a solo lobby? What is going on? And yeah, it's a timeout for MIBR. Their last lifeline potentially of this entire tournament. They are on the precipice of being ejected with a 0-2 scoreline. The unenviable Tango with Genji as their first opponent. Hard to look good in that matchup for anybody, but here against TL, this was supposed to be fertile ground for them to mount their comeback and fight into the playoffs. But it has looked anything but convincing. 6 rounds on Icebox, 6 rounds so far on Sunset. Now at risk of losing it all.
I think that game against Genji from MIBR really just illustrated the experience difference. You have a whimsical Texter just having so much fun, and this MIBR team completely out of sorts. That set them off on the wrong foot. They haven't been able to win a pistol round. They're still hanging around. Verno still has them in the game. This might be their last chance, though. It's going to be a full buy. Aforementioned Verno with no armor, glass cannon Vandal, just a sheriff for Artzin. Liquid on the precipice of getting their first win here in Toronto with the return of Nats. This could get them to match point. From there, within touching distance of the victory.
Gonna be a rare cameo appearance for Thrash here for Artzin. Has not been able to develop many of those Gecko ultimates this game.
Oh yeah!
They're going to use it to try and clear into market first and foremost. Paranoia comes out though by TL to slow up MIBR from filtering in behind it, but they're still going to assume this space. 2 players in Boba, 1 anchoring the site for TL.
TL trying to get actually back into the site right now very quickly, playing around Nats Viper wall. Man should be able to get the spike down.
Serial heard the pitter-patter little feet, but had to respect the mosh pit at his own.
Thrash isn't done with you.
Another Thrash usage here, a reprise performance. Trapwire caught. Looks like he gets to the back of the site. Nats is taken out. Kamoki with an outlaw. Can't quite connect enough of that damage. And all the ultimates employed by MIBR. This was their Hail Mary round. And it looks like they're set to convert. Aspas with the fadeaway shot on Panatek, and Camo's outlaw has a fair bit of application here, but deck against the EMEA squad. Camo dealt with. MIBR once again come up for air in a flawless round.
Credit to Coach Fraud. Both timeouts, they win the subsequent round. Just going for that fast, heavy ult play through market. I want to mention again, if we haven't spoken enough about Verno, feels like every single Hunter's Fury he's had is converted into a kill. Again, kills Kiko there.
Yeah, on Icebox, I mean, they were stunningly set up by our drones. That was Thrash, you know, made use of by twice. That space was cleared for MIBR to get a good foothold in market, and Nats was caught crossing. Round 19 now, TL still a couple away from a series take. MIBR have got to double down.
Something we have seen from Shannon before when he has the From the Shadows is he will send it into the defender spawn.
Oh.
Actually punished for that by Genji. That, yeah, a little bit unlucky. Don't think
Someone call the fire department.
Recovered. Does someone have a ladder? Cortizia at bay on account of this one way that, I mean, TL are just so happy to fight off the back of it. They are showing no fear.
And they could refresh that as they're about to. Kiko sets up yet another rotation of dark cover on that one-way spot. MIBR, though, might look to just fight it. Camo's playing up close. It smacks of a one and done, but he's got the speed to get out of the smoke at the very least.
The thing is, the existence of that Bucky is pushing the rest of the team into Liquid, who are stacked up, market and mid.
Nat's got 1 kill in market now, falls back to the B side. TL, how do they get Camo involved with this Bucky? That's mid-rounding now. Kiko, what a timing. Aspas again perched up on the kiosk. The spot is taken down, and Nats has an opportunity here to really ruin the day.
30 seconds left.
Just Verno again. How much can you ask this guy to do? Kiko shuts him down, and TL are 1 round away from an important match win here. And a chance of playoff still.
The fundamentals from Liquid there are just lovely. Look at the way that they're repositioning for each other around that site. Kiko throws down the dark hover near jump up to pivot towards stairs. He gets that kill initially, and then Nats is in main. Nats gets traded, but Kiko was already repositioned to play off of him to fight the MIBR team who wanted to get through market.
And that's the kind of intuition we've just not seen from MIBR when it's counted. It's faster play towards A apparently. Kamen wants to go back to that position. Our drone though is going to force him to respect it somewhat more, so maybe a loosened grip on A for TL. Fast lane, Panatek wants to hang around. He knows the death blow is there. The Damocles sword hangs above MIBR as they await their fate. Compizia has to get them out of here. Neural theft to see Kiko and Serial lining up for a double face. Until the hope of Brazil is vanquished. A missing world champion for MIBR. And Nuts' arrival heralds victory for Team Liquid. 1-1 in the tournament.
GG guys, टीम लिक्विड हो गई है क्वालिफाई. मिलते ही कल. टेक केयर, गुड बाय, गुड नाइट.